No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, no, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy.
You see the sunrise, a new day's upon you. You bite your nails and you need something trouble. The time is upon you to show them what you can do, and soon they will know that the day has come. Knows that we are gifted just for being who is we are. For being who is we are. Into the night, I hear a storm. And then to the ring is what I'm moving. And then to the ring is what I'm moving. I'm moving. Feel the pressure of the storm. That's all I need. So many names and faces, so many bright and unlike places. And every day I walk waiting and wait and know I'm not too brave. I'm gonna take a stand. I've been good. I'm telling you I bleed. So let me take no
Throughout history and even fiction, there are many people and grown up and basically enough helping out many people in need. They save people's lives and including kids their own, and basically they're the powerful. However, even though at their age they can be old at some point. But there are some kids out there that protect the world or sometimes protect their own kind. For example, Kid Next Door, Sponsor SquarePants, and many more out there. Basically enough, the kids are pretty much the strongest. Well, sometimes, but basically enough, they're a job fiction that shows what made them so unique, whether in video games or even cartoon or even TV show for once. And so today, we're having two characters from a rival competitors to see who can be the true superior child warrior. Steven Universe, the son of Rose Quartz / Pink Diamond and member of the Crystal Gems of Cartoon Network. And Star Butterfly, the princess of Mewni and also one of the royal family member of the Butterfly family of Disney Channel. My name is Desto24 and my job to analyze these two competitors to see who will win in a deadly duo. Beyond our solar system, there was a group and a colonies on the planet that basically no one knows. However, we do know it's actually a bit called the homeworld, and the rulers is the Diamonds. The Diamonds are basically not kind of US leaders, but take that without man, it's based on female. Basically now, the Diamonds are in charge with the Crystal Gems warriors to conquer each world to pursue their own rule. And one gems actually kind of spotted Earth, seeing as a opportunity to learn its secrets. The Diamonds sent out with the Crystal Gems warriors to seek out and what made this planet so unique. However, there's one diamond that refused to see this planet's ways. Basically enough, this is the secret origins of Steven Universe's mother, Rose Quartz, aka Pink Diamond. Pink Diamond was a basically enough young and basically naive Diamond. Basically enough, she always been arrogant and sometimes act like a child. However, when she saw Earth as a peaceful and wonderful thing of a planet, she begged the Diamonds to not eradicate it as their own rule and basically enough, even enslave the whole planet. However, each Diamond refused this request from Pink Diamond. So to make sure this never happened to Earth, Pink Diamond disguised as Rose Quartz. Well, actually, technically, because basically enough, she decided to fake her own death and like Pearl to, quote unquote, kill Pink Diamond. Because basically enough, Pink Diamond's plan is to get rid of herself in the life of as a diamond, and basing up becoming her own identity known as Rose Quartz. So on her own as a new identity, Rose Quartz, she led the legendary Crystal Gems to face off with the Diamond's royalty. Even with the basing on Crystal Gems, they managed to survive the Crystal Gem War. Well, only 4 because basing off the rest of them, well, let's just say they're shattered. However, Rose Quartz or Pink Diamond know she'll never live forever, as soon as she might be so dead. So in short, in a lifetime later that she met Greg Ubers and they fall in love, and even create her own baby. However, this also led Rose Quartz to become based on dying slowly. So to be sure that her life and her baby to be safe, she used her own conscience and the diamond to giving her unborn child to giving the life of her past life with her own abilities to protect him. So technically, kind of like a reincarnation. So basically now, with the power of Pink Diamond / Rose Quartz, this child of Grey Universe became a hero and based on the member of the legendary team Crystal Gems. And basically now, this reincarnation of renowned and basically now one of the most cliche and one of the most famous characters in Cartoon Network, and name of the title, Steven Universe. Now, basically enough, it's actually pretty close. And since with the Steven Universe movies coming up, it's basically enough how to cover this matchup right now. Basically enough, Steven's basically enough 14 years old. Sure, he may be young, but do not underestimate him. As the son of Rose Quartz and Grey Universe, and also supposedly a diamond, and a member of the Crystal Gems, he basically one of the most experienced characters in around, even unlocking his first ability in episode 1. Basically enough, like a Crystal Gem, Steven also possesses so weaponry. Well, there's only 2, but today we're only focused on one weaponry, which he able to summon as his power and ability, his shield. Given by his late dead mother, Steven used this as a protection of his own will, and knowing that he also can throw it similar to Captain America, and sometimes rarely used it in some occasions, and basically not have variation to disable a mystical being like Pearl or any Crystal Gem. And like any Crystal Gems, Steven also had plenty of abilities. Several actually, and basically enough, we had to cover them all. Wow. For starters, healing. Steven can use his own saliva to heal anyone's injuries that goes from a human or a gem, and plus eliminate objects. Also, he can even resurrect like his own mother, and plus pyrokinesis, where he used healing saliva, is able to grow cement foreign by liquid plantancy. Knowing that, he also has the bubble shield, which surprisingly have incredible durability, and basically now it's kind of like a force field, but basically now combined with a bounce ball. And with it actually encase Steven and basically now others that in his own will, and plus he can also turn the bubble shield into the spike bubble, where basically not similar to that, but in a dangerous way. He has a long-range bubble as well, which stretches a side of his own ball, small tunnel, and big one more. Note that he has a bubble helmet. Wait, bubble helmet? Really? But he has a shield. Anyways, with the bubble helmet, it creates a small bubble that basically kind of similar to the helmet and has the same or based on abilities. Now he has 11 telepathy, where basically now he can any sense of things such as an animal or a plant. And know that with it also has mind transformation, for example from Lars, and pretty much and transfer anyone's mind or any dream. Then it also led to a mind link, where he actually can possess anyone's being, allowing him to control targets' emotions and seeing through world at their own eyes. For example, Lars. Plus, he also had the function age, where basically he controls any age at his own will. And he has shapeshifting, but he able to learn a little because, well, no one talks about the cat fingers anymore. And like Rose / Pink Diamond, Steven also possessed levitation, which surprisingly he can jump so high that he would take longer and basically control gravity on his motions. And knowing that, he also has a wrestling career as well, thanks to his training with Amethyst, and have a very long winning streak and other title under underground tag titles. Seriously, over 2 years, and one belt. But basically enough, there's one thing that Steven is known for now from today. Ever since the Change Your Mind episode, Steven had one more and most powerful ability that he ever have. Telepathy hologram Pink Steven. Whenever his diamond removed, Pink Steven summoned and basically now can able to take on powerful threats, even a strong blast such as White Diamond. Wow, that thing is very incredible. With these abilities, Steven had proved time and time again that he is no doubt one of the most unstoppable characters in his universe. No pun intended. He helped out with the Crystal Gems to defeat several corrupted, mutant, and regular gem warriors. Once Hank managed to create a watermelon civilization of himself, managed to survive a light-speed force from the Ruby ship, and basically, yes, that actually happened. Plus, with Amethyst and their wrestling career, he managed to hold a winning streak for 2 years, survived being his own gem removed by White Diamond, and able to convince the 3 diamonds to cure the corrupted gems. Nothing that was actually done in the universe. So basically enough, Steven is one of the most kindest and one of the most thoughtful characters around there. And basically enough, I am very impressed to be without doubt. But like any character, Steven has his own flaws. He had little control over his powers, well, a little, which results in them working based on unsuspected results. But Steven is kind of a pacifist, and basically enough than the other gems, and refuses to kill anyone due to his feeling that it isn't right. Plus, even if his demon's gem get removed, it just actually slowly die unless his own gem come back to him and connect once more. Though to be honest, Steven is one of the most impressive characters I've ever seen. He may have a little bit of control of some of his powers, but the rest is actually pretty clear he had much more experience with his abilities, and based on with those, he helped out with several occasions and even helped out and faced out on his own with several mutants and also corrupted. And basically and top it all off with this end of this segment, at the very end of Steven Universe, he and the rest of the Crystal Gems, including his lion pet, managed to convince the 3 diamonds to cure every single corrupted gem that drew Jasper, to result in world peace. Life can't get any better, and basically enough, in the end of the day, they sang their song, and live happy ever after. Well, till the movie start off anyways, but come on, let's face it will never gonna end.
4 heroes teaming up for a magic adventure. This is like the greatest RPG ever!
Once upon a time, there was basically enough realms of each one, portals that lead to another. There's one Earth, and there was basically up a total level of Walmart, and there's several such as the Crystal Realm and most likely the Mad Max universe. But there's one is real of them all, Mewni, and basically enough, the rulers is based on the Butterfly family. Basically enough, Mewni is one of the most beautiful and one of the most respected ones out there, and basically ruled by the Butterfly family. Now there are several ones out there such as Eclipsa, Miniora, and several, but today we're not actually going to talk about the whole entire Butterfly family tree. I mean seriously, there's unknown, and literally we don't know any of them yet, except for several characters. But today we're focusing on the King and Queen's daughter, Star Butterfly. Star always been this ruthless and basically enough one of the insane crazy ones out there, and basically soon to be the princess of Mewni, well actually queen. Unfortunately, due to her strange habits, she was basically enough denied and basically enough get transferred to Earth. And basically enough, if she don't see an Earth, basically on she'll get to the academy, which to be honest kind of like a concentrated camp for princesses. So as a chance to see each planet or based on portals, she decided on this agreement and be as a transfer student for or based on Michael Diaz, which to be honest, he's kind of like Mikey or based on Daniel's son from Karate Kid. But despite this, 2 of them actually have a rough time until this one very villain named Ludo. Did I say that right? Ludo? Really? Anyways, basically now this weird looking birthday named Ludo heard of the word about the wand. If anyone hear her hands on it, will possess the power of the wand of the butterfly family. Seeing as a directed to the thing of wasting of their first encounter, she refused to give in the wand to Ludo, and as a result, she and Marco keep beating them up at every single time. And seriously, there's been a lot of people out there trying to get power. So basically now, along with her new friends, well based off Marco and that Jackie girl, and also the other one out there, and along with her friends, along with a demon possessed ex-boyfriend, and also a headless unicorn, they fought off several evil and basically enough take on everything. So basically enough, Star versus the Force of the Evil. Get the title? Oh, come on, it's a special joke and you guys get it. Basically enough, at the age of 15, Star Butterfly is still, well, kind of a naive and also basically enough a unpredictable character, but at least she managed to control a little bit of her power. As a princess of Mewni and also Echo Creek Academy for exchange student and also Queen-In-Training, Star is pretty much one of the most interesting characters out there, and based enough with a ton of spells. While there are plenty of spells that we should cover over today, there's actually kind of a lot, even throughout the Butterfly family. So for this sake of the video, we're going to be covering what Star actually used and show it besides any other characters, such as the Blast, which one of Star's favorites, that based on you probably guess what it can. And knowing that she also had the Rainbow Fist Punch, which with a powerful uppercut similar to Ryu's Shoryuken for some reason, or sometimes not. Knowing that she also had the Dangerous Crystal Heart Attack, which projects a flare of sharp projects and based on kind of like a heart-shaped leg and based on impale upon skin. She also has TNRBB, which is known as the anyways, it's kind of like a miniature nuclear-sized explosion, and basically enough, it is pretty dangerous at the same time. She also has the Bunny Rocket Blast, a blast of power that propels Star and anyone she with a long distance at high speed in opposite direction, much like a rocket jump, kind of similar to a rocket ship. Knowing that she has the All-Seeing Eye, a dark magic spell that allows user to view events happening in other locations, such as the problem with Marco and Jackie. Yeah, basically how she actually got jealous on that. But there's one thing that much more powerful, and do not say the freezing time spell, because based enough she no longer had the ability because, well, let's face it, she might forget it one day, and she already did. But the most powerful and much more dangerous spell out there is the Whispering Spell, a technique that was first spell that Star ever learned from her mother. To be said, with the Whispering Spell, it destroyed the royal magic wand. It caused it to self-destruct at its own purpose. And besides the spells, on her own without the wand, Star is pretty much a hand-to-hand combat and expert as well, seeing as several occasions. And plus, thanks to her training with her mother, she is pretty much a skilled spellcaster that I've never seen in Princess before. And we had to talk about the Royal One, and basically now used by many previous queens and princesses of Mewni, Star as possessed it, known to be very powerful and big responsibility, so powerful that even if into the wrong hands, it could destroy the universe. And the one is basically enough able to bring whatever users thinks into reality, kind of like a pocket reality, but with a Infinity Gauntlet. And when the one used, it creates different things like puppies, snakes, or creatures at some point. Come on, let's face it, Star versus Force of Evil is getting a little bit interesting right now. Plus, knowing that she also had the dimensional hopping scissors given by, okay, how you pronounce her name? Hoppy? Anyway, she was given to use it if the user traveled to different dimensions anytime in any place. But there's one powerful form that even rivals against the most powerful characters, and even know in the Mewni of Princess and Queens, like mother, like daughter, the butterfly form. When Star deep it down to her deepest will and all emotions, she transforms to this state, and even take on and one-shot any opponent's powerful beings such as Toppy or even Mirror Butterfly. Sorry, I pronounced the wrong name. With all that, Star had achieved many several feats. She has defeated Ludi and her without his personal army countless of times. Won the football game for her high school, and no, not like a Warriors thing, but based out in a brutal and magical way. In knowing that, she also had uncovered Goofus as a fraud he is in the episode a 9-4 exchange student. Knowing that she also defeated a 7-headed dragon with Marco, and based on almost basically going to kill him, one shot and killed Toffee in her final form. And even the final season 3 episode, or the finale, she helped out to defeat Mirror Butterfly, which she almost lost in her final form. Basically now, Star is pretty much a character that almost rivals against Sailor Moon. But do not take this as the most powerful one. While Star is pretty much similar to Sailor Moon and much more powerful, she sometimes can be ignorant and hyperactive and not even the smartest princess out there. Heck, she just basically not fully understand of places or any planets she's not predictable aware of other than Mewni. Plus, she hasn't actually yet to understand her full power of the one yet, so technically not that. Despite all this, Star had proved time and time again that even brains still need to win the fight. Even at day, she is basically not the strongest. Even with the red one, she is pretty much popular at her own, and basically now, with her friends, and also a rival and ex-boyfriend, she can able to take it on, even fight her own mother. True enough, I highly suggest do not cannot this princess. Alright, campaigns have been done analyzed. Before I reveal who's the winner, let's go see the results you guys footage, shall we? Let's go! Alright, over 25 votes. Steven Universe gets 36% and Star Firefly gets 64%. And based on I am very surprised how large amount. Or I mean half even. But anyways, there's 2 comments we had to get to, so shall we? Let's go! For rock and roll! Okay, I admit that's kind of clever. Say that Steven wins. And from Joshua Jane, he said this matchup gonna be a doozy. However, he keep in mind with his idea, such as Greninja versus Xiaoman.exe. It really depends how strong they are. But he said that Star will win this fight. And based on that, let's get to the winner. And the winner between 2 children with magical powers from their generations is Steven Universe. Okay, I feel like I rage a tire Star versus the first evil fanbase. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can simply easily let Star win just because many people say the final form of the Firefly back can't even let her win. But I'm gonna be honest with you, this is actually kind of pretty close. And let's get to calculate and see why. Alright, for speed, it's pretty obvious who gets it. Based on Star at best, or based on Steven at best, can able to go to speed or based on Sonic, and sometimes reactions, but let's face it, Star pretty much gets this debate because basically now, she is pretty much her faster, since she compared to Marco, plus with the faster to light speed, she able to skylight the Star cable with shooting a blast of energy. Also worth mentioning the story in the universe, but still. But for string, however, this is where as you can play in, and I'll explain it later at the very end. The string range I am getting to is Steven. Now here we go. While I do agree that the Star final form of Firefly is pretty strong, of course, but even with that, does it have limits? it must have limits. Same with Steven. But with that, with the pure gem, it's pretty much stronger. So yeah, the strength range I'm getting to Steven. And the talent just, it has to go with Steven again. While Star maybe was high, surprisingly, but surprisingly, Steven had quite a high training tolerance. This is actually led his own right, because he is a natural problem solver, and based on know-how to solve everything. Heck, even the two Go for School episode and Gahu novel probably even mentions Steven in education as well. And seeing how they've experienced, well, both of them have much more experience based on with monsters and sometimes even those, but Steven has much more experience when it comes with situations, while Star does based on using talk later, does fight now, but experience is just based on what Steven's actually good at. He's a problem solver and personally is one of the most greatest characters in original history, and known as a problem solver, he can solve any type. And for the lastly, durability. Not best, well, in case that basically enough, Steven survived many things such as the force of the river ship speed, but the durability branch I am giving to is Star Firefly, since without her, we're basing up with magical instruments, can't even stop blast from Meteora. You know, the same crazy lunatic that surprisingly take over movies on Nazi princesses, so it's pretty clear. And I can hear the raging comments right now saying, but what about the butterfly form? That should have won her the fight. Yes and no. Well, I do admit, this form can actually be universal, but it has limits. Same with Steven's gem, or Pink Steven as well. It's like saying that you had to pair with the Fake Golem and the Dragon Balls as swords. And if I were saying anything about the two things, Star can only use the Firefly form in a last resort or even a special occasion. For example, Meteora, because basically now she believes that Meteora Firefly is too dangerous as a powerful threat. And basically now, she will not use any in occasions. Pink Steven, however, she did manage to take on anything and sometimes being one occasion. Plus, if you really think about it, Star only relied her on one to win the fights. If I were able to compare to any Firefly princesses or queens found for the past year, it will never actually help her, because if you really think about it, Star only relied on her one to win the fights. But for Steven, even though with his abilities, can also be his greatest weaponry, because he has several occasions to win a fight. Plus, Steven had much more control on the powers besides Star. While Star only actually had one problem, even though sometimes she's able to control some of her abilities, but sometimes she actually sometimes loses control, and even willing to lose any of her powers. It's not like the Green Gauntlet that you can use it every day. It's kind of have mass and have limits to equally mass, and basically it have limits. And I know you guys are pretty mad at me that Star basically not lost the fight, but you really think about it, Star, even though in some occasions can't learn from her mistakes, but sometimes she really don't have the need to learn all her abilities. But Steven actually mastered mostly all of them at will. So if you really think about it, Star can't even have changed any of her powers. So at the end of the day, Steven had much more control of his abilities and control of his Pink Steven form, or actually his Diamond / Gem, while Star may sometimes control her one, but sometimes she really don't have the needs and the control. Plus with the Butterfly form, it can be her greatest downfall, since sometimes she can lose a fight in it, just as Meteora Firefly. So at the end of the day, Sacred Butterflying his victory. The winner is Steven Universe.
true battle starts now!
To see what the Shredder is going to be facing off in the next Daily Duels episode, be sure to go to Daily Duels community to see what his opponent going to be. I am Deso24. See you guys later. Later, guys. Peace.